The disadvantages of owning a house and paying instrumentally in diaspora. Owning a house of your own is a good thing. Fine, everybody wants to own a house. But there are so many criteria you have to follow before you own a house in diaspora. Some people just want to own a house because they want to be called house owner or landlord or something like that. But in abroad, there are certain criteria you have to follow. First and foremost, for example, the cost of the house is $400,000 and you are asked to pay for 30 years. That means you'll be paying $1,100 and something every month for the next 30 years. The housing agent that sells that house for you will give you criteria to follow. They will give you rules, guidelines to follow. Any attempt to break the rules and regulation, there's always a penalty. You have to sign necessary documents before they can give you that house. But before the house is given to you, you have to make an initial deposit. Maybe some $5,000 or something like that. I don't know. But you have to make some deposits before they agree to give you the house. Then you have to be paying every month for the next 30 years. The disadvantages over these things are, one, for example, you fall sick. You cannot pay maybe for 1 month or 2 months. What happens? There's a problem because the agent will not wait, will not even care whether you are sick because you sign an agreement that every month you are going to pay every month. So even if you are sick, you are still going to pay. You must pay. Two, losing of job. For example, you lost your job. You have a very good job and you lost that job, for example. Maybe that job you get $4,000, $5,000 in a month. Now you lost your job, you're not getting a job of $2,000, and you're asked to pay $1,100 and something dollars, and you are left with small money. So what do? You're in a feast. So these are the disadvantages of trying to buy a house and you are not able to meet up. Three, losing of the owner. For example, the owner mistakenly lost his life or something like that is a big problem. In that case, the agent will have to sell the house. If the spouse is not able to continue the payments, they have to sell the house to recover their money back. Then four, in case of injury or disability, for example, the owner have accidents and is disabled, for example, spinal cord injury, head injury, whichever injury, and he's not able to walk. Again, it's a really big problem because you will not be able to meet up that payment of 1,000 something dollar every month. So these are the disadvantages you have when you want to own a house in diaspora. It's not that owning a house in diaspora is a bad thing, it's a very good thing. But you think about it, 30 years is not a joke. Nobody knows what's going to happen within 30 years. In between, anything can happen. Well, I'm not saying you are going to die or anything, but anything can happen in between. So it's not a guarantee say, okay, maybe I'm the owner of a house. Until you've paid at least 90% of that house, then you cannot gladly say, oh, I'm not the owner of a house, because the remaining 10% will not be so much burden on you. But if paid just 30% or 40%, you are still not yet the owner of the house. That house is still in limbo because you don't even know whether anything is going to happen along the line. So that is the situation. So, but if you happen to make so much money, for example, you win a lottery, you can pay the whole money one time. Fine, the agent will be so happy, they collect your money happily. But if you're not able to meet up like that, or you're not able to win such a lottery, or something, you will pay in every month. So disadvantage is what I've always said to you: maybe injury, deformity, losing of job, fall sick, anything can happen. So those are the disadvantages you get when owning a house in abroad. Thank you very much for listening. I want you to share this video to everybody to know that these are the disadvantages of owning a house in abroad. Let them know so that they will not say, oh, nobody told me. You are aware now. Pass this information to everybody. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.